via satellite from Hollywood and New York City. It's Rockline, the show where you interview the biggest stars in rock and roll. Hello again, I'm Bob Coburn. Rockline is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud. Tonight, it's the first of a two-part edition of Rockline featuring Yes. So get your questions ready and call us toll-free in the U.S. and Canada at 1-800-344-ROCK. That's 1-800-344-7625, one number toll-free from anywhere in North America. Yes is one of the legendary bands in rock and roll, but until recently, it was difficult to figure out who was in the band and who wasn't, who was with and who was without. And now with Union, the new CD, and Yes Shows 91, the new tour, things are much clearer. But I'm sure we still have a few questions to get answered, so we've invited Yes to be on Rockline tonight in part one of a show with a band too big for just one Rockline. So let's welcome live from New York City members of Yes. First up, Jon Anderson. Jon, good evening and welcome.
Bob, how are you?
I'm fine. Nice to talk to you again.
Is it New York?
You're in New York. I'm in Los Angeles. Yeah, you're the ones in New York. That's right.
Oh, gosh.
And also with us tonight, Tony Kaye. Tony, welcome back.
Good evening.
And Rick Wakeman is there. Rick, welcome back to Rockline.
Thank you very much, sir.
And Mr. Alan White. Alan, it's
hi. How you doing?
Again. I'm doing fine. I'm going to throw this first question at Jon, and the question.
Go home then.
Stick around. We're going to need you in a second. Then.
Oh, okay.
How did these different factions of Yes reunite, Jon? How did you get the band back together, and tell us how the union happened?
Well, it kind of started just last year.
Now, guys.
You're going to get no sense out of these guys, I warn you.
And we've only just begun. Okay, it started last year. Jon, get a hold of yourself.
Sorry. I'm just so happy.
Not literally.
He's just so happy.
I'm so happy here in New York with the boys.
It's been a funny night of jokes, you see, and it's been carrying what we've been waiting for you. And it's sort of spilled over to the show, you see.
Well, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah, we were working together, me and Rick and Steve and Bill, on some music, and we eventually sort of found our way to L.A., and got in touch with Trevor and Alan and Tony and Chris, and just eventually it all sort of molded together. It was sort of a dream come true for everybody, I think, in many ways. That's the fans and the musicians alike. I think it's the right time. It's 1991, isn't it? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, okay. And it's important that we all get together and show some musical validity as to why we even started playing music in the first place. So I think it's a good time.
It's certainly a fan's dream. I know people nationwide are eager about the tour as it heads toward their city. The next one goes to Alan. You're performing in the round. Will it be that way at all the shows, and why did you choose to perform that way?
Yes, I think we're performing in the round because we were one of the first rock and roll bands to pioneer performing in the round for rock and roll, that is. And we decided to do it again for nostalgic reasons, I think. And it's interesting doing it again because you have to get used to performing in the round again.
Now, when you did it the last time, didn't you take your own stage with you, and are you doing that again?
Yeah, we're doing the same thing again.
So it's the same type of situation.
Same type of situation. It goes a little bit faster this time.
Well, there's more of you, so this next...
Be careful the hairpieces.
Oops, it was here a minute ago.
At top speed, anyway.
I'll throw the next one at Tony and/or Rick. How is it with two keyboard players in the band simultaneously, and how do you figure out who plays what?
Sorry, over to you, Rick.
It's great.
Sorry, over to you.
It's great because the wonderful thing about Yes music is that there's tons of keyboard overlays on every track that's ever been done. So it's marvellous that there's two of us. In fact, it'd be nice if there were six of us, really. But you know, it works great with two. I mean, Tony and I can generally say not only are we friends, but it works together tremendously well. It really does.
I second that.
Is this the first time that you've played simultaneously together on stage?
It's the first time we've met.
First time you've even met. My
no, that's not actually true. We were back in Chiswick near London, standing in a public toilet together once, and in fact that's how we got interested in keyboards. So I commented on the size of his. Anyway, I was going to. It does actually work tremendously well. There's no doubt about it. I've just been told off here. I'm awfully sorry.
Oh, Mo, I liked it personally, so don't stop.
Did you?
cover.
Well, you weren't there, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'm sorry. No, it does work. It really works tremendously well. I think you should move on to the drum department. It's getting very dangerous in the keyboard department here.
Well, we're going to try to get these guys to loosen up just a little bit tonight. So
Yes.
right now we're going to play a song from a CD that will not be in the stores until next week. Union, the name of the
waste
CD.
of time then, really, isn't it?
We do have a track right now called Lift Me Up. Just say yes on Rockline. Yes, from the forthcoming CD Union. I've been told that it will be in stores on April 30th. So if you're going to be looking to buy it, that is the date. Our number is toll-free, 1-800-344-ROCK. That's 1-800-344-7625. Call now for your chance to speak with Jon Anderson, Tony Kaye, Rick Wakeman, and Alan White of Yes. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, I'll give you details on how you could be here live in our Hollywood studios for the second part of this two-part Rockline featuring Yes, plus some choice seats to see them live in concert while you're here in Los Angeles. So don't go anywhere. It's Rockline on the Global Satellite Network.
Some restrictions apply.
Rockline.
Was aware of them, aware of the beating solid.
98.5 KZ.
Welcome back to Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn. We're with Jon Anderson, Tony Kaye, Rick Wakeman, and Alan White tonight for the first installment of a two-part Rockline with Yes. And if you'd like a chance to be here live in our Hollywood Rockline studio for the second part, here's all you have to do. On a postcard, put your name, address, day and evening telephone number, age, and the station you listen to Rockline on, and mail it to Yes Live in L.A., care of Rockline, P.O. Box 4383, Hollywood, California 90078. Again, that is Yes Live in L.A., care of Rockline, P.O. Box 4383, Hollywood, California 90078. Not only will we fly you and a guest out to L.A. to see Rockline live Monday night, May 13th, but we'll throw in a couple of tickets to catch them in concert in the round at the Forum in L.A. on Wednesday the 15th. Set you up in a nice hotel, give you $300 spending cash, and give you passes for the Universal Studios tour. You have to be at least 18 years old to enter, so get your postcard in immediately. Entry deadline Monday, April 29th. We'll draw the winner that evening live on Rockline. Yes, Live in L.A. is courtesy of Rockline and Arista Records. And talking about the band live, they will be live tomorrow night at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, Worcester, Massachusetts on Wednesday at the Centrum, and then Hartford, Connecticut at the Civic Center on the 18th, which is this Thursday. Next call for the band is Chuck, and he's in Charlotte, North Carolina, listening to 95.7 WXRC. Chuck, you're the first caller tonight. Good evening.
Hello, Bob, John, Rick, Alan, and Tony.
Hi, Chuck.
Hey.
Hi, Chucky.
Working together, and I hope you're going to head south on this tour. My question is, did you use Roger Dean to design the new album cover and or the stage set for this tour?
Everybody, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Roger
Yes,
did
yes.
the cover. The stage design was Michael Taylor and Roger really together.
Yes.
And we are heading down your way, sir.
So check in with your local station there with 95.7 WXRC,
Yes, we are,
and they'll
yeah.
keep you posted, Chuck.
That's
And
very kind. Thanks, Chuck.
thank you for starting us off tonight. We head to Fresno, California now. We have Tom on the line, a listener of 106 KKDJ. Hi.
Good evening.
Fresno.
Hey.
Hey,
I look forward to seeing you in Oakland.
Great.
My question tonight is for Alan. When you and Bill are playing in concert, will you be playing the drums in sync with each other, or will one be laying down the bottom track and the other playing cymbals or something?
They'll be completely out of time, don't worry.
no, actually, it's
They won't change habits of a lifetime.
no, actually, it's been a lot easier than a lot of people would have thought. We are playing about 70 or 80% of the show together. And, oh
And the
dear.
rest of the set they're playing with Bon Jovi. It's quite interesting, actually.
Yes, we will be playing together, and probably you're going to be surprised because we're working very well together at the moment.
Is the biggest difference in style between the two of you that Bill tends to lean more toward the electronic drums now, and you tend to be more of an acoustic drummer?
That's an interesting question because I'm playing acoustic and Bill has electronic drums. They're kind of situated around the acoustic kit, and each other kit helps everybody's situation in that area.
Tom, thanks. Let's move on and talk with Christine. She's in Tampa, Florida, 95 YNF, our station there. You're on the Rockline, Christine.
Hey guys, it's Christine from Wondrous Stories Magazine. How are you?
Very well. Nice to hear you. How are you?
It was great to see you guys in Pensacola last week.
That's good.
Yeah, it was great.
We
Great
enjoyed
fun.
it too.
Yeah.
Okay, my first question is for Rick. You mentioned something about doing a one-time solo concert in Moscow. Can you elaborate on that, please?
So yeah, I'm going to Moscow in October. I'm doing
I'll see you there.
Are you going? John's
Yeah.
going. Oh, great!
I'm
John's
gonna
bought the
be there.
ticket.
We'll be there.
Yeah, I'm there October 16th in Moscow with the
I'm there the
Moscow State
14th.
Orchestra. John's there the 14th, probably with the same orchestra. Now I'm there the 16th doing a 1-hour version of Journey to the Centre of the Earth with the Moscow State Orchestra. It should be.
And we hope he gets out.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sort of vying for Gorbachev's position.
So is everyone else.
Providing Mrs. Gorbachev doesn't mind, of course. I mean, it's pretty interesting.
Christine, anything else tonight?
Yes, I would like to know how and why they chose Jonathan Elias to produce the new album, and how was it working with him?
I'm sorry, I've just fallen over.
Actually, I worked with Jonathan. This is John here, by the way. And I worked with Jonathan last year and the year before on a project that he was doing, Requiem for the Americas, a very beautiful album. And it just seemed logical that I'd like to work with him again. He just seemed to fall into place to work with the ABWH project. It developed, you see. It started
Let's
in a
tell
sort
him,
of...
let's tell Christine what he developed into, shall we? No, he's all right, Jonathan. He's all right.
Do I sense a little difference of opinion here, gentlemen?
No, he's all right. Nothing that a good pull through with a Christmas tree wouldn't cure, I reckon.
I think we better play some music right now. This is from Fragile, not only long distance runaround, but the fish for you as well tonight on Rockline. That's Long Distance Runaround and the Fish. And while we were listening, John was telling us a story. What are you singing in the background on the Fish?
Well, this sort of is Latin for the smallest fish in the world.
Is that
I can't remember. The smallest fish in the world.
I know the
comes from an old pub song, doesn't it?
Yeah. Did you know that the correct Latin term for a fish's naughty bit is a gonopodium? Did you know that? It is. I keep fish and it's it's of absolutely no interest to anybody whatsoever.
How many fish do you keep?
Well, I had a lot, but I've got 6 cats and they've eaten the fish, so I've got 1 left now.
What's it called?
One gonopodium.
And I don't think it's very well because it keeps lying on top of the surface. But it's been lying there for weeks now. So, I can't bring myself to think that it's really gone. But it's got bits missing and things, but it's not bad. And the cat's
gonopodium's missing.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
The things you learn in this show is amazing, isn't it? Yeah, Fish Line. We have Janet to speak with now in Naples, Florida. 96 K-Rock in Fort Myers is the affiliate. And Janet, you're on the show.
Hi, how you all doing?
Janet.
Got Budgie as well. But,
First, I wanted to say I drove 10 miles up to Pensacola for the premiere show. It was phenomenal.
Oh, fantastic.
My mother and I especially loved Amazing Grace. She wants a recording of that. John, you have such a beautiful voice and smile.
Thanks so much, Janet.
It's funny, on the stage, I noticed a symbol from Elias of Sunhillo.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, what does that represent?
Well, actually, it was an album that I did, as you know, in '77, and it just represents the idea of the album, which was an ancient story of how 4 tribes came to this planet many, many thousands of years ago. But, it's just one of those signs. It was very nice to have it on stage now, and it's part of my sort of feel and interest in that kind of where we all come from,
Janet, thank you for the call. I'm glad you enjoyed the concert. A couple of more concert dates briefly here. We'll be performing Union appropriately in Uniondale, New Jersey, or New York, actually, at the Nassau Coliseum on the 20th.
A bit cosmic?
This coming Saturday.
Yeah.
Hey, it's what I get paid for. Also, Quebec City on Monday the 22nd. I'm not interrupting you guys, Sam. I'm not bothering you or anything. Toronto on the 23rd, Montreal on the 20th. Start the theme music! We'll be back in a minute.
For a limited time, only one station plays the best classic rock and the best new rock. 98.5 KZAP, Sacramento.
Hi, this is David Lee Roth. Yeah, and you can run, but you can't hide because I'm going to be here 1 week from tonight to take your calls live as they ever going to be, and nationwide right here, super fine on Rockline. Yours truly, me, David Lee Roth, getting off on Rockline. See you next week.
Lock up the women and children 1 week from tonight. David Lee Roth is going to be on the show. We have a call for our guests from Yes tonight, John and Tony and Rick and Alan from Tokyo. It's Alan from Bay FM 78. Alan, you're on the air.
Hello, Bob, and greetings to the members of the band. Yes. I've said
good evening.
Quality reproduction of your sound in a live situation would be nearly impossible. Do you have any hardship stories you could share with us on that subject?
Yeah, I've got a few.
Which night?
Yeah, which night? Mainly, it's great these days because technology has moved on so much that there's not a busing lot we can't do. I mean, we can play and watch television at the same time now. It's tremendous. But back in the sort of the 70s and early 80s, you couldn't recreate what you did in the studio at all, and you used to have to compromise. And for example, we had a track called Awaken, which required a church organ solo in the middle. It was before you could do anything close to that. So I tried to do the best I could, and I went out and bought a church organ, which we took on the road with us, and the crew tried to lose every night. But unfortunately, we could never actually mic it up properly. It was a nightmare. There's everybody's got stories about technically things that you physically can't do. But these days, it's got an awful lot better. It really has.
Now, this current tour is 3 hours with Yes, with no opening act, and I hear you're doing Awaken.
There is a sort of an opening act.
Oh, there is, huh?
Yeah.
Which is who?
I don't know.
You're always back in the dressing room, right?
We've never actually been there when it started, but we hear all this noise going on, so we sort of reckon that something must be happening. We've got the opening act. What we do, we revolve the stage twice. You know, it's really pretty exciting. And we've got, honestly, it's ever so nice.
And you are performing Awaken this time around, which you have not done in a long time.
Yes, we are. Well, go on.
Well, no, nothing doing. I just I spilled Coca-Cola on my trousers.
He's playing with paper clips over here on the table.
The young lady next to me, she's knocked me and I've spilt some Coca-Cola on my trousers and it looks like I've wet myself.
Well,
yeah,
this
we
is
do
radio,
Awaken.
so.
It's actually a great pleasure to play Awaken. We haven't done it for a lot of years, and it's the end of the real set, as it were. And it's a
the first half is unreal. Yeah.
It's a very entertaining piece of music to play.
Thanks to Alan in Tokyo for the call, and we'll speak with Paul now in Champaign, Illinois, listener of Rock 107. Hi, Paul.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Hey, Alan.
Fine, thanks.
Is Alan?
Hi, my question is, how did you go about selecting material for this tour? And will you be playing anything from the Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, Howe album?
Paul, do you live in Champaign?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Very good. This is John, by the way.
Yeah, hi.
Actually, we all got together and put a lot of songs in a big hat, and we pulled them out, you know, and then we sort of sat down and decided what songs we would do. But the general thing was to do Yes music from the new album, and generally from the past that we feel everybody would like to hear, from And You and I, and Honor of a Lonely Heart, and Starship Trooper, things like that we feel. We just want to please the fans that are out there, and they've really stuck by us throughout the years, and here we are again. What can you say?
We thought we would please our Rockline fans tonight by playing And You and I, and here it is from Close to the Edge. That's from Close to the Edge. And You and I by Yes. Having a lovely chat while that song was on, and we're going to take a call now from Hollywood, California, and speak with Shane, who is listening to 95.5 KLLS. Good evening and welcome.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Shane.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Yeah, great.
Great. I have a kind of bizarre question here. I've always been fascinated by the arrangements, and they seem like there's so much to them. How long would you rehearse them before you'd record, and did you write the vocals
3 feet
before or after?
Well, it depends on some pieces we put together really quickly in under a year, and others. No, it depends on the piece, and they often change all the time before rehearsals and going into the studio, and really the definitive arrangement is not really done until we've decided on the definitive recording. Really, I know it might sound a bit Irish, but I do have a relation that was Irish, so that probably would account for it. It's probably easier if I ask John to answer that one, mainly because I run out of things to say. Sorry, no, it's true, isn't it?
Well, exactly.
It's a trick question.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, we all agree. It takes time, and eventually you come to a sort of an agreement, and you say, well, this is as long as it takes to do this piece of music. And, you know, the great thing about music is that it takes that amount of time. You can't really sit down and say, well, we've got to stop, it's 4 minutes, because it'll never get on the radio. You make music, and the arrangement is really all to do with,
time.
You know, time. Time and effort.
Yes. Time and a word.
Time and a word, yes.
Making sure that everybody gets the chance to evolve within the song. I think that's what the Yes idea was all about.
But dare I say it?
Yes,
you
do.
Yes,
Alan's going to dare to say something. Go on,
Topographic Oceans.
He's going to say bottom. I tell you, he is. He's going to say
Topographic Oceans. We rehearsed for 3 months before we went into the studio. We got that piece ironed out.
Did we?
We did 3 months.
Yeah, then we went in and changed it.
Then we changed everything. That's right.
We went back and changed it, huh?
That's right, yeah. I know. It's true what I said. We did.
That's very true.
Yeah.
What were the early rehearsals like for this tour, for Yes Shows 91?
For this tour, I can remember the very first rehearsal I ever did with the band. It was above this is true, it was above a brothel in Mayfair. That's where the band rehearsed. That's where I very first met them. And I couldn't understand what all the noise was down below. And why all these women had fur coats on in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
We're talking about this tour.
And where Bill Bruford kept going every drum break.
What about this tour, though? Yes.
Oh, this tour, well, it started out in California, and then we actually all met up in Pensacola, down in Florida, where it all got together, and it was real good. And I'm going to pass you over to Tony now, who's going to tell you all about the rehearsals.
I don't think I got much to add to that. It was chaos.
Chaos. In a word, chaos.
Actually, it was pretty easy, considering that really we hadn't played together for such a long time.
We never played together.
And I'd never met Rick ever in my life. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yes, I learned that earlier in tonight's program.
Excuse me a minute. It's going to be a little difference of opinion here. We met on numerous occasions. We did.
Go on, then.
We did. We did. When you had Badger, we met for kick-off.
So why is everyone saying that we never met?
Because they weren't there when we met. See, and if they weren't there, they wouldn't know. But we had met. You hadn't met my mum.
Does that answer your question?
No, you hadn't met my mum, but you had met... because
I never met your mum.
No, you didn't. You remember if you met my mum. She's 75 years old, my mum. Still got that wonderful hourglass figure. She has. Still 36, 24, 36, my mum. The other leg's not quite the same, but the rest of her, she's quite good. But Tony's never actually met her, but we have met before.
Yeah, I met you.
What was the question?
Pardon? Have I won a prize? I'm sorry. I hadn't met a lot of the crew.
No, actually, Rick didn't come to the rehearsals in Los Angeles, so
no.
We met up with him in Pensacola. So
yes.
Well, I'm certainly glad we set all this straight, and I know I feel better off because of it all.
It's bloody riveting, really, isn't it?
We'll take a time out, and believe it or not, we're coming back with Yes tonight on Rockline and the Global Satellite Network. Go ahead and call toll-free 1-800-344-ROCK. Oh, my. Stick with us.
85 KZ.
Welcome back to Rockline. It's an evening with Yes, Part 1. Our guests are Jon Anderson, Tony Kaye, Rick Wakeman, and Alan White. I must have gone daft, but I'm going to ask Rick a question right now. Rick, I was curious if you're enjoying playing some of the material that you weren't on originally, such as Owner of a Lonely Heart, which we're about to play.
Yes, I am, actually. It was very nice to be invited by the chaps to play on the stuff that I hadn't played on. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing on all different sorts of music and all different types of things. And when you got such great tracks that were recorded on the albums throughout the 80s, I'm happy to play on anything. I really am. And I'm not just saying that. The part of a musician is to try and, when you play with pieces of music you weren't on originally, to see, not just to sort of join in, but see if you can add little bits. So, I try and add a few wrong chords and a few wrong notes. No, it's great fun. I mean, there's a passage at the end, which I'm sure you will know, of Owner of a Lonely Heart, which they allow me to have a little wail away at solo, which is fantastic. I really am enjoying playing on the bits, and I'm sure it would say the same for Tony on the tracks that he wasn't on, and for Alan and for Bill. It's the same for all of us. It's a lot of fun, and it keeps us fresh.
Are there times where all 8 of you will be on stage, times where one of you will be soloing, and then different configurations throughout the evening? Is that how it's going to work?
Well, when the stage goes around a bit quickly, some of us do fall off, and that's the most logical moment when we just sort of carry on with that. A lot of the time, we're all playing together. I mean, a lot more than I think people would actually expect.
Owner of a Lonely Heart from 90125 by Yes on Rockline.
Move yourself. You always live your life.
we're back. That's Wonderful Lonely Heart by Yes from 90125. Oh, man. Really. We may start this new show called Rockline Outtakes for the things that aren't said on the air. Oh, man. Let's head to Spring, Texas. Curtis is waiting to speak with you. He's a listener of 101 KLOL in Houston. Curtis, you're on the show.
Hi, BC. Hey, guys.
Hi,
Curtis. Hey, Curtis.
I just wanted to ask you two quick questions. Did you write any extra songs that might appear as B-sides, like the song Vultures by Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe? And also, did you work at all with Trevor Horn as a producer on this album?
John?
What? Nothing to do with me.
I don't think there's any surprise things that we... although, I mean, I don't know what Jonathan Lars has got planned, but... I don't think there's any surprises on any B-sides of anything, and...
Actually, there is.
Is there a surprise?
There's a couple of songs we did. One was called Give and Take. You remember that one?
Oh, yes.
We did it February the 13th.
I do remember Give and Take.
From 14th to 15th. And we recorded it, and it really sounded really good. And in fact, they're going to use that maybe as a B-side on the third possible single.
Really?
Or maybe the second single.
Well, there you go, Curtis. I'm glad you asked that, because I didn't know. I do remember that.
Do you remember the song?
I do,
Give and take.
I do remember,
You give what you want, but you know, that stuff.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Pretty funky song.
And he mentioned Trevor Horn.
Trevor Horn?
No. No, the answer to that.
Definitive.
That was Tony Kaye who said no to...
Definitive.
The question about B-sides and whatnot reminds me that you have a 4-CD package coming out in August, a lot of best-of material that people will get in one package, and there might be some unreleased things there as well. Is that correct?
There certainly is a lot of unreleased stuff there, yes. That's very true.
So that
including some stuff from the now legendary Paris tapes from the album that never was completed.
That everybody has.
That everybody has.
That everyone has already, that's right.
On bootleg.
Except for me.
Well, we'll get you a copy in August. How's that?
That's
Curtis,
very kind.
Curtis, thank you very much. We have another Alan on the line now, this time in Columbus, Ohio, QFM 96, our affiliate there. You're on the Rockline, Alan.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
It's great to talk to you. Listen, I'm a drummer, too. I've got a question for Alan White.
Okay.
Well, barring this one, this new album had to be really different, but since all this stuff is so rhythmic, I wanted to know which album you particularly enjoyed playing on.
Boy, okay, there's so many albums that are so diverse, I suppose, but within the same mold. I think as far as creating, as far as the rhythm section goes, Relay was a great album, and I enjoy pretty much everything that I've done with the band. Topographic Oceans was a great album, percussive-wise, and as I say, Relay, and a lot of the new stuff we've been doing, we've been getting pretty adventurous.
Alan, thanks. Let's move on to Tokyo. Kazuto is waiting to speak with you. He is a listener of Bay FM 78. Hello.
Are you going to visit Japan on this tour?
It's been talked about, but there's no definite...
Be next year, I would think. Be next year.
I think maybe yes.
Yeah.
Now, after
I hope so. We all hope so.
It's always great to travel around the world. I mean, one of the great things about the syndrome of the 70s and 80s was being able to travel around and play to different people all around the world. And as things are opening up, especially in the 90s, we really want to try and work as far afield as possible in the next 6 months.
So you have Europe in store after the North American tour?
Yeah, we're doing Europe, and then we're doing one or two other things. I think we'll have a break.
We can afford to fly now as well, which is tremendous.
Yeah, helps.
I mean, that bloody row across the Atlantic was
that's tough.
Killer. I mean, I tell you, it's tough. You know.
Row harder. The captain wants to water ski. Kazuto, thank you very much. We're going to play something live right now from Classic Yes, recorded in London in 1978. I've seen all good people on Rockline.
I've seen all good people turn their heads these days, so satisfied I'm on my way. I've seen all good people turn their heads these days, so satisfied I'm on my way. Take a straight and stronger course to the corner of the line. Make the white queen run so fast. satisfied. I'm on my way. Christopher Square. See no good people turn their heads these days. So satisfied. I'm on my way. Rick Wakeman. I see no good people turn their heads these days. So satisfied. I'm on my way. There's Alan White here.
From classic Yes, I've Seen All Good People, recorded live in London in 1978. It's An Evening with Yes, Part 1 on Rockline tonight. If you'd like a chance to be here live in our Hollywood Rockline studios for the second part of our two-part Rockline, here is all you need to do. On a postcard, put your name, address, day and evening telephone number, your age, and the station you listen to Rockline on, and mail it to Yes, live in L.A., care of Rockline, P.O. Box 4383, Hollywood, California, 90078. Yes, live in L.A., care of Rockline, P.O. Box 4383, Hollywood, California, 90078. We'll fly you and a guest out to L.A. to see Rockline live Monday night, May 13th. We'll throw in some tickets to catch Yes in concert in the round at the Forum in L.A. On Wednesday the 15th, we'll set you up in a hotel. We'll give you $300 cash and passes for the Universal Studios tour. You have to be at least 18 years of age to enter, so get your postcard in immediately. Entry deadline is Monday, April 29th. We'll draw the winner that evening live on Rockline. It's Yes, live in L.A., courtesy of Rockline and Arista Records. We'll take a time out and be back with John, Tony, Rick, and Alan, and your phone calls too, so call us 1-800-344-ROCK. We're talking rock and roll on Rockline.
98.5 KZ.
Just a little taste of the forthcoming CD by Yes, Union, which will be out in the stores on April 30th. That is the opening track from that, as a matter of fact. We have Matt on the line in St. Louis right now. He's a listener of KC95. You're on the Rockline with us now, Matt.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hey.
Fine, thank you.
Good. St. Louis.
I want to tell you I've been a fan for many years. It's really quite a pleasure for me to speak to you. You're the finest musicians around.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope the check clears. That's very kind of you.
Okay.
Thanks very much, sir.
I understand, Alan, you did a lot of work with the Plastic Ono Band before Yes. I was wondering what your most memorable experience was with John Lennon.
Well, probably recording the track Imagine, because I didn't realize they were recording at that time. The whole thing was being...
you mean they didn't tell you?
They didn't. No, they didn't tell us the tape was running.
He thought he was in the pub.
And it was being filmed at the same time, actually. And
you're well together,
yeah, right.
I mean, there was cameras rolling, tapes rolling, red lights on the whole
John
band
sang
playing.
the song and everything, and he stood up and said, "That's the take. We're going to keep it." That's probably one of the most memorable things.
That's a great story, actually, Matt. Thank you very much. Let's talk to Dave in Charleston, South Carolina. 96 Wave FM, our affiliate there. Welcome, Dave. Good evening.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Dave. Evening.
Hey.
I want to direct this to Rick. It's a real pleasure to talk to all of you. I can't believe it. I'm actually getting the chance to. Rick, I've been a great fan of yours for a long time, and this kind of relates to what you were talking about earlier, but I was wondering if you could give me a critique of the playing that you're doing now, the writing that you're doing, and how it relates to the music that Yes is putting out in total, compared to the stuff you were doing, say, 15 years ago or so, like with Close to the Edge or Fragile.
I'm sorry, John's just torn something. It's interesting. Your role depends a lot on the music. I get most enjoyment with the Yes material out of working on ideas that John brings or anybody in the band might bring. I enjoyed developing ideas that come. It's not very often that I bring a finished idea. It might be the odd theme here and there. I actually very much enjoy working on the sort of the portions that people bring, because it's very rare that anybody on a Yes track brings a finished article, because if they bring a finished article, they've got no chance of it.
Exactly.
They've got no chance at all. So
May I intersperse there,
you
please?
certainly can. Oh, you have, haven't you? Yes. I'm sorry, John has interspersed, but he will talk to you anyway. Go on, carry on.
Now, I remember we were in Paris working together, and one of those afternoons, Rick was playing a marvelous piece of music. This is for the new album, and about a week later, I was listening to the music, and I wrote sort of a song on top of it. And it's funny that 7 months later, 8 months later, was the first time that Rick heard it.
That's true.
It's a track called Angkor Wat, which is the spiritual center of Cambodia. And the idea of the song was a sort of trying to realize that there are a lot of refugees around the world, and if you can put a little bit of thought into your musical ideas and ideals, it's wonderful how things come together. Because it was just an afternoon where you played some music, and then, as I say, a few days later I was writing this sort of poetry on top of it, and it all came out as this. So when you get the chance to hear the album, you'll hear how sometimes things do develop.
Thank you for interspersing. I hope you didn't mind us looking on. I assume
we
that's
can
not a
clean it up
problem.
later.
Okay, fine. From the right coast to the left coast, we head to Oceanside, California now. It's Michael, a listener of Rock and Roll 102.1 in San Diego. Hello.
Hello, yes. My band.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah, you doing all right, huh?
Yeah.
John, I have a question for you. It's great to talk with you again. First of all, after 10 years, I met you in San Diego at a recording studio, a little party for the release of the Friends of Mr. Cairo album.
Yeah, I remember that. That was real. Actually, we saw the video, didn't we?
Yeah, we were sitting there watching the video.
In fact, I think we were the only people that ever saw that video. It was never shot on MTV, but that's life,
Yeah, we had a few Heinekens.
Yeah, a couple of Heinekens, and there you go. San Diego.
Well, since you were just talking about the songwriting process and everything, I'm going to ask you a different question, and that is, did Yes get its name from the Yes sequence in the Beatles' animated Yellow Submarine film? Because,
That's very interesting, because one of the things that I remember about that film, on the hill, there was yes, love, and life, and things, very, very straight, positive statements on the hill where the blue meanies were hanging around, if I remember rightly.
Did the name come from there?
I don't think so, but I think the idea was sort of infiltrated into our minds and our consciousness,
Does anyone remember where the name came from?
There's a positive aspect, I think.
I think it came from the early days. Tony will remember, because he was there. We were in the Lucky Horseshoe.
The Lucky Horseshoe Cafe in Shaftesbury Avenue. And our original guitar player, Peter Banks, came up with the name Yes.
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
The reason for
And the
yes
reason for yes was because it was the most positive word
at that moment in time.
In the moment.
Or that afternoon.
For that afternoon, Michael,
And I got photographs to prove it.
That's a good call, Michael. Thank you very much. We're going to play something right now from Big Generator. This is Rhythm of Love, Yes. Part one of our two-part edition with the band tonight on Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. Big Generator, Rhythm of Love, yes, on Rockline. We'll return with our conclusion in just a moment with Jon Anderson, Tony Kaye, Rick Wakeman, and Alan White on the Global Satellite Network.
98.5 KZAB.
Welcome back to Rockline. Unfortunately, we are just about out of time. Thanks for listening and for calling tonight. Remember, if you'd like to enter the Yes Live in L.A. contest, just send us a postcard. Our address is P.O. Box 4383, Hollywood, California, 90078. Make sure you include your name, your address, day and evening telephone number, your age, and the station you listen to Rockline on. Entry deadline Monday, April 29th, and we'll announce the winner that evening. And you'll be set for a trip to Hollywood you'll never forget, guarantee you. Next Monday night, David Lee Roth brings his wit and charm back to the Rockline airwaves. Also on tap, Mike and the Mechanics, Billy Squire, Huey Lewis and the News. Then on May 13th, it's our second go-round with Yes, as we celebrate 10 years of bringing you the biggest stars in rock and roll, exclusively on Rockline. Special thanks tonight to Tony Dimitriadis, to Alex Scott and Brian Lane, also to Jay Sisgrot, Hilaire Brosio, and Tom Innes of Arista Records, and to Lauren Karasik and our New York Rockline production team at ADC Radio. You guys, jeez, Louise,
come on.
John and Tony and Rick and Alan.
No. Hi.
Come on, Bob.
We're off out now on the town.
You're lock up the doors. They're
no, we're
headed
off out
New
on
York
the town.
City.
We're going down to this great club we found, and it's called the Discontented Virgin, I think it's called. No, sorry, I got that wrong. It's the halfway in. We're going down there tonight and have a nice time.
You know, my last question was going to be, 4 shows into this tour, how are you guys getting along? I think you've answered that tonight. And obviously, things are going very well.
Wonderful.
Well, in the van, mostly.
In the van, yes.
In the van.
Thank you all for being here. Good luck with the rest of the tour. And had to get that one in, didn't you?
He certainly did.
I'll see you when you come out to Los Angeles.
Yo,
Good luck
everybody
with the rest of the
say
tour.
hi. Yeah.
What
take
time
care,
are we going
you
out
guys.
live, by the way? What time are we going on the air?
You just went on the air the last 90 minutes.
Oh,
we're on the air. Someone should have told Rick. I'm BC, and I'll be seeing you in a week. Listening to Rockline, brought to you in part by Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud. Rockline is engineered by Jimmy Height, Conrad Pignon, and Steve Dumais. Special production by John Valenzuela and Chris Lindsley. Technical direction by Mike Correa. Thanks to Kevin Stevens and Greg Jernigan for their special help. Musical instruments are provided by the Guitar Center in Hollywood. Our associate producer is Greg Steele. Rockline is produced by Mark Felsot. Executive producer Howard Gilman. Rockline is an exclusive presentation of the Global Satellite Network.
Only one station plays the best classic rock and the best new rock. 98.5 KZAP, Sacramento.